How do you build a superstar team on your practice? Matt Lohman answered this on the Functional Forum.
Let's dive in a little bit deeper and a little more specific to talk about the practice, because you have to understand, in order to get the fort stable, you have to have a superstar team. Is everyone aware of that? You have to have a superstar team. And so when we make the comment that employees suck, team members are great, let's talk about some things that you absolutely must have in place in order to have a superstar team. You're going to need two things. First of all, your staff needs to be extremely well paid. Now, we're going to talk about what that looks like. In fact, a lot of times when practitioners come down and spend a couple of days with us, they'll go back and they'll say, I want you to be the highest paid staff in this town. And let's explain what that means. That means that their interests are going to be aligned with yours. And so I'm not a big fan of high salary, high hourly, which equals high overhead. I'm a huge fan of profit sharing. I'm a huge fan of putting a bonus structure in place that says, hey, if we win as a practice, you win. But vice versa, if we lose, you lose. So you need to look at your team members as if they were minority partners in your business. That's a really good way of looking at them. And if you're going to have partners, don't you want good partners? You want trained partners. You want people who are skilled, who are invested, who you know what, maybe they do lay up at night and have a little worry if you guys are having a bad month. That does something for you, because you don't need them punching the clock and going home. We all know what it's like being owners. You lay up at night going, oh my God, how am I going to make payroll? How am I going to make rent? Hope that check comes in. Hope the check I mailed clears. You know, we've all been there. If you're starting a business, that's just part of running a business. But if you let them share in a little bit of that worry and a little bit of that, but also share in the upside. So we put together a very aggressive a bonus program that says, hey, you know what, you can become extremely well paid. It's not uncommon, and I'm going to say this, and I think it shocks people, but it's not uncommon for a front desk person who's maybe making a small hourly wage, anywhere from $12 to $15 an hour, to earn in our program, to earn a several $1,000s a month bonus. That's pretty cool. Do you understand how rewarding that is to be able to do that for people? That's the difference between a job and a career. That lets them provide for their family. That's very rewarding. And so now they earn it. They earn it. They're partners in the business. They're working, they're providing, they're generating revenue, they're contributing. The second thing you need, so the first one is they got to be really well paid. The second thing that needs to happen is they need to be growing personally. This one tends to throw people. A lot of times when we talk about staff training, people tend to think I only mean, how to answer the phone or how to fill out the paperwork, how to do their job. But you need to make sure your team is growing personally, because you need to understand, if somebody is really well paid but not growing personally, they'll eventually leave you. If somebody is growing personally and not well paid, they'll definitely leave you. Right? And so sometimes the fear, and I know this, I've just been a business owner, the fear is we're going to pour so much into somebody and then they're going to leave. And I think some of us have had that experience, and it almost feels like, your child abandoned you or something, and you feel like they were family. But here's the deal. The reason is because they hit a ceiling. They hit a ceiling either in their own personal growth or financially. And if you really set up your business correctly, they don't need to ever hit a ceiling in either one.
Thanks for watching, and for more great clips like this, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. I've created a special free video just for you. It's called The Simple Prescription to a Thriving Practice, and it'll give you some starting points on how to build a strong, sustainable, community-focused practice. All you have to do is sign up and click the link below.